afternoon, South Africa, and welcome to the weekend. It's time to let your hair down and put on some slacks and truly let loose. Welcome to Afternoon Express. I'm Danilo Acquisto. Today's show is going to be one of those shows you're going to look back on and say, that was one of my favorite episodes on Afternoon Express. We've got some incredible guests joining us in the loft today. Our first is a funny man who has so many personalities he couldn't fit into a body like mine. Jason Goliath is with us on Afternoon Express today. We'll be having some fun with him. And then if you're a big love of all the soapies on SABC3, Philheer Maritz is with us in the loft today. You will know him as Ben from High Rollers. We'll be catching up with him about his incredible career thus far. Plus, we know how much you guys love competitions on Afternoon Express. So if you're a tea lover and want to win with us, you're going to have to stay tuned right till the end. And also, how we're making something super delicious in the kitchen.
Welcome, South Africa. Welcome back to your favorite kitchen. And I'm with none other than Clem, our favorite chef. So we're making something that makes everybody happy, pizza.
It does make everybody happy. There is not a single person on this earth that does not enjoy pizza.
And one way to get people to keep eating breakfast is to make them a breakfast pizza.
Exactly,
right?
and we're celebrating World Egg Day, which is on the 16th.
World Egg Day.
So we're using eggs two ways on our breakfast pizza, as a hollandaise and poached on top.
Wow, that sounds decadent. Can't wait. Now, first up, Jason Goliath was nominated as Best Newcomer in the 2012 SA Comics Choice Awards and hasn't looked back since. Taking the entertainment scene by storm, he can now be seen with his own late-night talk show, Larger Than Life, Mondays to Thursdays on SABC3.
I'm so excited to have you on. Who is, and is it Maps or Maps?
It's Mups.
You gotta move your palms there, Mamri. You gotta move your palms. Palms must also move. Hey! He's a lorry, sat on this couch. Sure. I put her under pressure. She told South Africa that she friend-zoned you.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
I also don't believe it.
I do not believe it.
Like,
what's going on?
There's no ways you are friend-zoned.
There's something so hilarious about late night talk. Welcome to our loft, Jason Goliath.
Yay!
You're wearing the jean like me today.
I'm wearing black denim and blue denim, which according to the rules of the way fat people are allowed to go in public, this works. You, with your skinny milady's body, because you got other feminine shapes there. I saw those hips.
Well, wait until I keep my legs open.
I saw those shapes. and then you can do double denim, jean to jean. But I just look like I'll be like in a denim catsuit and like I'm a plumber. If I wear too much denim, then people think I can fix cars.
This is why I
know
love this
nothing
man.
about fixing cars.
This is why I love this man. This is why he should be on Afternoon Express. So obviously, talk show is a big thing. We started ours about a year ago, and now you've got your talk show too. Did you either get your idea from us? Was it like Afternoon Express is so great? Like imagine if I took that to the evenings.
You know, I want to be honest. For me, it was always just a dream. I'd always kind of thought that I'd like to try it. And then I got a call from the SABC one day, and I think I made friends with some people on Strictly Come Dancing, and then realized that this guy's got a lot to say. Maybe we should just give him a platform to say the things he wants to say.
Okay.
And I think it all kind of stemmed from there, but it came out of nowhere. I literally just got a call from the SABC. I'd whispered to many people going, late night talk show,
nice
late night talk show, late night talk show. And I think sometimes when you throw enough hints and put it out there enough, it just
it's
kind
like
of materializes.
There's that book that everyone talks about. It's The Secret. It's kind of
Yes, the power of affirmation, just
putting things out there.
And I kind of believe in it, but I also believe in choice and consequence. Just choose the right things today so you have the right things tomorrow, and so far so good.
Man, what I've loved about your career so far, honestly, is that you are one of those guys who is just terribly funny just by your nature, but at the same time, I've also got a great business head behind you and so humble and kind, and I really enjoy having regular
don't
chats.
Stop. You're saying such. I feel like I must also be a little bit more comfortable like you, though. I feel like, you've got that little, you see, my body doesn't do it so like yours, but...
It's fine, you look so comfortable there right now.
I feel good now. I think I found my spot. Good. But, it's like, I come from business, and I think my biggest blessing was I only started comedy at the age of 30. Okay. So I'd failed miserably in business before that, which kind of taught me a whole lot of lessons. And I think I've been able to bring a lot of kind of my business thinking into the world of comedy. And myself and my team, Goliath and Goliath, I think we've done some great things.
I want to talk more about Goliath and Goliath, but let me just go right back to the beginning.
Go to the start, yeah.
A lot of comedians, I always find, I've wanted to ask this question for so long, is just to understand at what point did you actually think, I'm funny enough to make this a career, or was it that other people encouraged you along the way? When did you realize that, hey, wait, I'm actually just funny?
Okay, so I've always been a fan of stand-up comedy.
Okay.
And I always used to go to the Underground in Johannesburg, which was, for me, still the greatest comedy room ever in South African history. But I never ever thought that I could be on stage. And then I went to watch Chris Rock at Sun City, and I watched 5,000 people just in pain like me, just like the small man, skinny Chris Rock had us all kind of hunched over, and I was like, that's power. That's power. He's just making jokes, and he literally has us in physical pain. And then I shot a big beer commercial with who's now my best friend, Siv Ngesi. And Siv said to me after 5 days of shooting, "Guy, you're too funny. Why don't you try stand-up?" And I was like, "Guy, I'm braai funny, not stage funny. There's a very big difference."
Yeah, it's when you're giving it to me like ad-lib and I can choose the times when
Yeah.
be funny, great. But
And he was just like, he gave me the best, I think as a friend, he gave me the best advice. He said, "Dude, don't do it for the money. Just go and try it because I think you'd like it. And if you don't like it, don't do it anymore." And I did, and it absolutely changed my life.
sure. And obviously you said you came from business. What happened with the businesses? What went wrong?
I owned an insurance brokerage. So I'd always through my 20s, if you asked me what I wanted to be when I grow up, at 18, I would have said I want to be rich. Money was the thing. That was the driver. And I did a lot of things just to make money without passion as a consideration. And I'd always thought that it's very difficult in South Africa to be rich and famous. It's like in South Africa, choose one. Don't be greedy, man. Don't be greedy. You can't have all.
Don't give away the
You can't
secret,
have
Jason.
all.
You're giving away the
These
secret.
people drive old VW Beetles that leak oil outside here. I saw them in the street. They have this beautiful view
We
of
give
the
all of these
ocean.
clothes back,
But
don't you worry,
The surfboard is the most expensive thing these people own, I'm telling you. But and then what happened was I owned an insurance brokerage, and we did some business with some bad people, and we went under in spectacular
fashion.
flames, like movie style flames.
But doesn't that kill your
And I
confidence
lost-
completely?
Well, it kind of, either you, and I think that you can see everything, in two ways. It was either I was going to be like, and I was low, like, I felt like at some points my life was over. And then I was like, actually, maybe this is just a correction of the course that I'm supposed to be on. And now looking back, I'm so grateful that my business burnt to the ground, literally, because I would have never found stand-up comedy, which is something that now money is a byproduct. Now money is like kind of a
nice.
side effect of the thing I do, not the reason. And before that, it was always my reason. Now, money kind of happens by mistake.
Yeah.
Thank goodness it happens, but it does happen kind of by accident.
I kind of put two and two together there because I think you coming from the business world have come into your career so far with this business mind, with this hungry
Yes.
nature of yours, just wanting to get things done. I don't mean hungry in a very offensive way. I don't know.
No.
if that's PC.
You made a fat joke in the introduction,
did
and I
I?
let that
Okay.
one slide.
Okay,
I let
okay,
that one slide. I was like, cute. This guy, Justin Bieber,
It's a show, we can't-
look like wearing full denim, like denim Justin Bieber.
But you put the two things together, which I really liked about you. You've took the business side and made your career into a business, which I loved. So tell me about the Goliath and Goliath trio that you guys set up and the whole way it got started. What is the big dream behind all of you? Because are you related at all? Sorry, this is actually
so the quick setup is Nicholas Goliath and I are cousins. Our dads are brothers, so we're
okay.
first cousins. And it
Family
was
business.
after I'd had the chat with Siv, I got drunk with Nicholas, and over a drunken conversation agreed that we'd both try stand-up comedy, and we did that. That's Nicholas in the grey shirt there. So we're cousins. That's my sister Kate. She manages us, and then Donovan Goliath, Nick and I met in our second week of doing stand-up comedy, and he was
man is
just happened to
hilarious.
have the same name.
Yeah.
And now it feels like we're all brothers, but. Don's a creative, he comes from the ad industry, so he brings a creative element to the business. Nick is kind of the operational guy. He makes sure that the business runs and that the kind of hard physical stuff is taken care of. And I'm kind of like the godfather. I'm just like, try this, guys. And they're like, okay. And then things miraculously happen. But so far, so good. We've just formalized a lot of the processes within comedy and try to make sure that we work. Goliath and Goliath work for comedy.
Yeah.
Every business process or kind of every idea that we have only wins if comedy as a whole wins. And that's why we've won Best Friend of Comedy 2 years in a row, which is a big deal for us because it's voted for by comedians. So we just try to do as much as we can for stand-up comedy, and as a result, we all win.
Sure. I mean, you guys have built something new, and it sounds really incredible the way the names have come together. But I've actually never heard, the last time I heard of the surname Goliath was obviously from the Bible days.
Yes.
So I don't know if there's like a whole family tradition of Goliaths. Do you guys still exist? Is it like traced back?
Well, I don't know. Apparently, I mean, I'm not like a big family tree guy, unfortunately. I do get a lot of calls from Uppington and Kimberley from people saying, do you know Auntie Felicia Goliath? Do you know her?
Okay, so the
Who was
surname
your-
is popular.
Who was your mother? So, but apparently it dates back to, it was a Khoisan tribe, Goliaths in Africa. And I'm grateful that my surname is Goliath because I'm not a small guy. And I think it works. So everything for a reason.
Sure. Well, dude, your show is doing incredibly well in the evenings. I'm really excited to continue to watch. It's almost coming to an end soon. First season.
It is. I think actually our last episode played last night of season 1, but it's been an amazing time getting to meet amazing people and getting to not expose them, but just show South Africa who they really are behind the PR and the Facebook and the. But what you must tell your people to do is come to my comedy club in Melrose Arts. That's one thing you have to do. For
Okay,
me. You have
deal.
to do,
More
them into
details
that
on your
camera.
social accounts?
Yeah. So follow me on social media and then come to the Goliath Comedy Club at Melrose Arts Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's all I have to say. That's basically why I came.
Okay,
because
lekker.
we are a colored-owned comedy club, and we do not want to be repossessed. Now we're the first colored-owned comedy club. Now we've been repossessed by home loans departments. Please, guys,
You
we
see,
need
I
your
told you,
support.
we proved it right.
You see, there we
I
go.
told
I
you.
knew I would bring the Mavis out. I knew it. I knew it.
Jason, it's so good to have with you. Thank you to have you with us today. Thank you so much. It's good to unpack also your personal life too. I mean,
Thank
looking
you.
forward to having you back
and,
here
and
more.
please write to so tweet at SABC3. Hashtag bring back larger than life so that we can have an even bigger season 2. We love doing the show. I can't wait to be back on air. And I mean, thanks for having me. You guys are awesome. And you have the view of the ocean. I'm so jealous.
lekker.
I have the view of Ria Vaya in Auckland Park. That's it. That's like the only
This is
thing
why
I
you should
can
watch
see.
this man on South African televisions. Over to you, Bonnie.
What a hilarious conversation on the couch there. Don't go away, because when we return, we get started on that breakfast pizza.
Express yourself. Express yourself.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. So we're about to make a pizza in the loft today, and we're making breakfast pizza today.
Yeah, but there's no cheese.
Oh,
So what's with all the
cheese?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I'm Italian. Are you Italianist?
such a
Are
cheesy
you-
Italian accent? You like never.
Yeah, like popping out of a cupboard. I'm gonna pop out of a cupboard. Hello, I am the chef today. We make a pizza. All right, Clem, how do we get started with our breakfast pizza?
Sure. So it's going to start off with the eggs. Of course, we're making the hollandaise first.
Yep.
So can you pass those egg yolks to me?
Ta-da.
And always free range, right?
Yes,
You know this.
I do, and you can always tell what a free-range egg looks like with its yolks. Definitely a different color to the ones that are not free-range.
Yeah, and it's all about taste, to be honest. I find that free-range eggs just have more flavor. So that's most important.
Okay.
And also, we got International World Egg Day coming up on the 16th. So it's very, very important. What I'm
That
doing
literally
first,
did nothing. That literally did nothing.
I'm going to make it work.
Okay.
So I've got some salt in there, and I've got some white wine vinegar that goes in there. A little bit of lemon juice. You got the lemon juice for me?
Jules, it's the lemon juice.
Let me get that in there.
Cool.
So I've got a whisk as well.
What is that herb you thrown in there? That smells like...
A little bit of Italian herb.
Oh, it's a mixed Italian herb.
So let's see if I can get the making contact here.
Good job, Clem. Go, Clem, go.
And
Go,
happy to pass
Clem.
my whisk.
Okay, that's probably a better story.
So what you do is I've got a pot of just simmering water on the go. I'm just going to bring this together. And while that's happening, I'm making sure... Oh, we're actually there already. How fast was that?
Okay.
So the herbs kind of add... It's not original, adding the herbs in there, but it gives it that nice aromatic flavor,
Yes,
which
exactly
you
what
really
you
want.
Yeah.
So get this beautifully mixed together, and
What
now
are
we're
you
going to go...
making with this, by the way? Is this the topping that's going to go on top of the pizza base?
Yeah, because you know, so
Oh, I
often
see.
when it comes to the pizzas, we use tomato sauce as
Yeah.
a base. Try using a hollandaise not only as the base, but also on top. It caramelizes beautifully, gives you amazing flavor.
I'm
People
learning
don't
things.
often... Let me just do this up. Oh, that's a bit too hot. Remember, you don't want to cook it really, really hot, because what happens? You're going to end up with scrambled eggs.
Yes, true.
It's still okay for breakfast, but not what we're aiming for right now. So Dan, while I'm whisking, can you pour in that butter that I've got there?
Sure, and you've melted all your butter to the side.
Just a little bit. I was going to say in stages.
Okay, there we go. That's first stage.
Okay, now I can move over to the blender as soon as you added a bit of it. Wait. So what's going to happen now? The butter and the egg yolks emulsify.
Okay.
They come together. Okay.
How nervous this man gets when I'm trying to come near him with some butter.
I know, especially when you add so much. Okay, cool.
Well, you blend like a... I'm not going to say what that sounds like. So I can pour my butter in at wrong stages.
Not yet. So what's happening? The heat at the bottom is going to start thickening our mixture and giving us amazing texture. I like hollandaise to be really thick.
Yes.
Okay. That's why they're so amazing on steaks as well. Just like instead of a mushroom sauce, try hollandaise. It's so good.
One thing that I learned the other day was actually somebody made me at a restaurant in Cape Town. They made a beetroot-infused hollandaise, just with the colors of the sort of beetroot that they had there mixed in with the creaminess of the hollandaise sauce. Gives it a new color, new dimension. Try something new. Why not?
And you
Cool.
can get quite experimental with hollandaise, adding different flavors.
But it's also an art that you have to learn the basics first before you start making your own.
And once you
versions.
get hollandaise right, you won't go out buying it anymore. You'll absolutely start making it from scratch it up. So, Dad, you can add a little more.
Cool.
So what's going to happen is, as you keep on mixing it, as you keep on mixing, as you keep on stirring, it's going to start thickening up, and it's going to become really. The word is voluminous.
Voluminous, yeah.
Voluminous is something else.
Voluminous.
It's voluminous, which is nice and pale and in color. And then you've got one next to the olive oil.
Oh yeah, so,
You can have a look at
around
that.
like this.
It's quite thick. Like I said, keep it nice and thick. You're going to use it as a sauce.
That is
And
so delicious.
It is so delicious. To finish it
smells
off,
so yum.
to finish it off, a little bit of salt again, a little bit of lemon juice. That just adds more richness to it, and you'll be done.
Obviously, there's a lot to do in terms of putting together our delicious recipe that we're making on Afternoon Express today. So if you want to get a list of all the ingredients and a link to the recipe, SMS the keyword pizza to 33650 at a cost of R1.50. And remember, those free SMSs don't apply. But don't worry, later on in the show, we'll show you how to put the final steps on making your breakfast pizza for yourself at home. Now, Verleer Maritz is fast becoming one of the most sought-after actors on South African screens, and currently can be seen as Ben King on SABC3's High Rollers, the charming, blue-eyed, blonde-haired boy who thinks with his fists first.
Vic! Benji! I thought you'd be much taller now.
And you haven't changed one bit? I'm gonna marry her. And I'm gonna do it on my own terms. From now on, the only people I care about pleasing are Tallulah, myself, and the baby. But I want you to know that I would have never betrayed you. I'll always love you, and I hope that one day we'll meet in a better place.
Joining us now is the spirited actor Verleer Maritz. Welcome to The Loft.
Thank you very much. First time here, so this is lovely. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I mean, that looks like amazing stuff. Now, you play Ben King,
Yeah.
the son of the casino boss, and you're going through dealer school. What happens
Yes.
at dealer school?
So I actually did dealer school before we started shooting High Rollers. I went for a
Wow.
week and we trained a bit how to deal cards, which is the correct way, the proper way, not to reveal cards. So we did that for a week. It was very crash course, and then we started dealing. Yeah, it was quite interesting. And it's an interesting world that if you go into that dealing thing, just the thought process behind everything and all that. Very, very interesting.
Sounds fascinating.
Yeah.
Tell us about your character. Who is he?
So, yeah, Ben King started off in season 1 as a quite jockish type of guy. He married his boss in the story, Esme Salia, and they got divorced. And now he's at a stage where he's married to Hayley, the beautiful Hayley Owen, who I've got the opportunity to work with now, and they got married. And Ben is currently in a pit boss position. So he's upgraded from dealer, and he's now a pit boss. So he looks at the dealers and makes sure that they don't do anything wrong, and advises and all that.
I see.
And then also the other interesting thing about him is that he's got 2 fathers. So his one father, he didn't know who his father was because he was in prison, and then 10 years later he got out of prison and he thought his father's brother was his real father. You see, this is very complicated.
Right.
And then figured out, no, but cool, this dude is actually his real dad. Obviously drama. And that's where Ben is now married. I wouldn't say happily married.
Right.
Hayley's character is a bit of a snob, if
Yeah.
one can put it
Yeah.
that way. So
Yeah.
but they're trying. He really wants kids now, and she's fighting
Yeah.
against that. Yeah.
And it's said that he fights before he thinks.
Yeah,
Is
uses
Verleer
his-
anything like that?
No, I'm not a fighter at all. I think
You're
in my
a
life
lover,
I might
not
have
a
been
fighter.
in like 1 or 2 fights, but I've lost both of them. So no, not a fighter.
So it's not for you.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But Ben is, if he doesn't get his way, he loses his marbles quite quickly,
Right,
and
right.
don't mess with his friends type of thing. He'll take you down. Yeah.
Now, we've also read that you're also very proud of your well-built arms and your six-pack. Where did you get those?
No, I try and train because I'm from Cape Town originally.
And I think we have an image of it.
Yeah, but that's a long time ago. That's weird.
Ooh.
Yeah, so in Joburg to do things, because I'm from Cape Town, I'm a big surfer and all that. In Joburg, there's no ocean, unfortunately, so I go out and hang out in the gym a bit just to keep my brain fresh and the blood flowing and the oxygen flowing and all that. So it's not really that I'm forcing for it. It just happens because I have to stay active. Yeah.
High Rollers is a high-quality show with really amazing cast.
Yeah.
And what's it like working with all these incredible actors?
it's
Do you feel
beautiful.
intimidated sometimes?
At the beginning, yes, but with guys like Justin Stradom, Anthony Coleman, they're brilliant actors. But I've had the opportunity to work with Anthony as well, previous time, and they're just such nice guys, and they make you feel comfortable and at home. And then, of course, Rolanda Marais, who plays my mom, Annalyn King, in the story. When I just started in the industry, she was like a role model for me, and I started working with her on a soap. And now it's very weird, she's playing my mom, and she looks beautiful. It should actually be like she should be playing my wife, not my mom. It's very weird, but yeah. So it's brilliant working with them, and then of course Hayley as well, who's nice and young. There's nice energy.
Yeah.
It's really like it's like a team as well.
Yeah. Now your father's also a well-known actor,
Yeah.
Albert Moritz.
Yeah.
And what's it like coming from a family of actors? Did you ever feel like you were in his shadow?
Yeah, he never wanted me to become an actor. I never thought I would become an actor.
I don't want my kids to become actors.
Yeah. And so my father always said to me, go do something else, go become an architect or something. But I just enjoyed theatre very much, and I started getting into it. And the reason I moved to Johannesburg is to get out of his shadow, if I can put it that way, because I don't want to, people shouldn't be, they shouldn't say that, hey, you Falia. But you're only making because you're Albert's son. So people normally find that out about a year later after I've worked with them. So I keep it very quiet and subtle. I'm doing
because
my
you
own
want
thing.
to show them who you are first.
But if I do need advice, he's the perfect guy to phone and ask. And like, hey, dude, how's it? How does this? Or So it's a great role model to have as well, my father,
You've also been a presenter on Navik. What was presenting like? Is it a huge transition from acting to presenting?
It was at the beginning. The presenting thing at the beginning was a bit weird because I'm looking into camera and all that, but I mean the nice thing about that was I met the most incredible people. Fransje van Coke I met there, and then I had the great opportunity of meeting Simba as well from Top Billing.
That's amazing.
So it was real beautiful. We played paintball together. He's very scared of a paintball, by the way. But it was so much fun. If you get into it and start going on with it, it's just it becomes like a second nature almost. And I really enjoyed that very much.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Can't wait to feed you some breakfast pizza.
Oh, fantastic. I can't wait.
Let's head over to Danilo.
Man, we've had such winning guests on the show today. And speaking of which, after the break right here on Afternoon Express, I've got a chance for you to win big with Afternoon Express. Don't go anywhere.
Express yourself.
Afternoon Express wants you to join the conversation.
Like us on Facebook and comment on our daily questions. Send us your tweets at Afternoon Chat using our official hashtag Afternoon Express, and follow us on Instagram for exclusive pictures.
Or let your voice be heard by calling us live on 083 913 3728.
For more info on our daily topics, visit afternoonexpress.co.za and check out our social media platforms where we keep you informed on what's trending in our loft this week.
We love to hear from you on Afternoon Express, weekdays at 5 p.m. on SABC3.
A warm welcome back to Afternoon Express. So there's nothing better than entering a weekend with some prizes in hand. Over the past few months, we've featured some local ceramic artists and have given you, the viewer, a chance to win some custom pieces designed exclusively by them. This month, we take a trip to the exotic Cecilia Forest in Cape Town to see how you can win. Arts in the Forest is a thriving ceramic centre. Here they host classes, workshops, and they have some incredible outreach projects. I'm about to meet Anthony Shapiro, who will be taking me through the process of how he creates his signature pieces. Now this I've seen in the movies. Is this the wheel that everyone talks about?
This is the wheel.
Okay.
The wheel that they used in Ghost with Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore.
Your sales of that class must have escalated after that film.
Yeah. I had a waiting list for about 3 years.
Okay, so what happens on the wheel?
We throw balls, we throw pots. So this is one way of making pots.
Okay, go for it. Show me what you have to do.
Okay, the first thing you got to do is center the clay. The reason that I take the clay up and down, which is called coning, is to make sure that the clay in the very middle is also running in the same direction. You can't make a pot with clay that's not centered. The difference between a really beautiful ball and a mediocre ball is how your thumb glides through the opening, because in there sits the shape. It's like giving birth to a ball.
You've had years of experience, and putting a pot together like this is something you must really feel in your gut. Is there an easier way for me to try my hand?
The way all beginners start is by making a pinch pot.
Okay. Right, here's a chance for my hands to get dirty. What are we doing?
We're going to make a pinch pot.
Cool.
Good way to start pottery.
So what are you doing there?
I'm knocking the clay into a ball. Then your thumb goes in. You leave a base about that thick, and you start to pinch around. Once you've pinched all the way around, you stop, and you look for any cracks and smooth them out. Make sure that the lip is strong, that there are no cracks in the lip. Then you go a little higher.
Okay.
And you continue to pinch, and believe it or not, this bowl was made from a pinch bowl.
It's a bit of visual reference of what to do.
So you can refine them a lot.
Tell us about the brand you create here, Forest Wear.
This building was built in 1955, and it was built for a Latvian artist whose name was Alexander Klapsunov. His wife came to South Africa to work for the famous ceramic factory called Linware outside Pretoria. She then jumped ship and started Kalahari Wear in the studio, and that is why Forest Wear seemed like such a fitting name.
Anthony, I've heard you guys do amazing work through your foundation.
Thank you. The point of the foundation is to give kids that have no access to any creative outlet an access. Clay is very therapeutic and very healing, and that's what our foundation does. We give kids a chance to work with clay. We have a number of partner charities that we work with. Today we've got 2 groups of kids here. We've got the Rock Girls, who we do a lot of work with, and we've got a group from Jim Sabors.
You guys do incredible work, and if the public want to get involved, how do they?
The best way for the public to support our foundation would be by making donations so that we can keep it going.
Walking through the showroom, I noticed you guys have quite a range of products on offer. Is most of your work functional, or is it purely decorative?
We do various things. A lot of the stuff we do is functional. We've got a store at the Watershed, and we're catering to tourists. My brief is always not curio. It's contemporary and it's South African. So we do both. And some people, some people may put a bowl on display that other people would use to eat salad out of.
So I think I've completed my product. What happens next in the process?
Right, now we let it dry, and then we take it down to the drying room. It'll have its first firing, called the bisque firing.
So I go in there, close the big door, and that goes in there for how long?
It takes about 12 hours to reach temperature and about 12 hours to cool down. So if we switch it on Friday, we'll open it up on a Sunday.
Anthony, as I've been walking through your studio, I've noticed a lot of really brilliant designs. Do you collaborate?
We do collaborate. We do a collaboration with Lauren Kaplan, which is called Abstraction. We make a big range of abstraction bowls that are some of our best sellers. The ranges that are designed in-house are designed by some of our artists, and their names are mentioned in everything. So it's all about Forest Wear collaborates.
Okay, so like Linda behind us is creating that incredible teapot. It's looking amazing, and the process is always going to end up looking like something that we saw on your showroom floor. Anthony, I've grown a whole new love for ceramics. It really is such an art, and also you told us early on, quite therapeutic too, so I can't wait to get my hands dirty some more.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Well, on that note, we're giving away a custom-made ceramic tea set by Arts in the Forest. To enter, simply SMS the keyword WIN, your name and city to 33650. SMSs are charged at R1.50. T's and C's apply and can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za.
We definitely love competitions here on Afternoon Express. Now, we posted a competition last week where you had to tell us how you keep it even this summer. And here are some of your entries. The first one comes from Gresham Madhan, and he says, who says that guys can't use Dettol Even Tone as well? We also love our skin and we want to take care of it as well. Dettol removes dirt and oil while protecting against everyday germs. It's also dermatologically tested, and with regular use, it'll naturally balance uneven skin tone, leaving you with beautifully healthy skin. Now, isn't that what you want, Afternoon Express? Yes, that's definitely what we want. Our next entry comes from Ashley Prinsloo, and she says, it sounds like a Skinderella story because today I'm basking in my glory. After all my poor epidermis mistakes, I've realized Dettol Even Tone is the best make because of Avo's dual power of helping skin and being edible. Today I look skin credible. To complement my Dettol cleansing routine, I like to apply mashed avocado pear as it offers many benefits for my complexion. It is rich in vitamins, antioxidants, and healthy fatty acids. Beautiful, flawless skin certainly does not need to be expensive. That's true. Thank you, Dettol Even Tone Soap. Thank you so much, Ashley. Now continue sharing your even tone tips and tell us how you keep it even. Share a selfie on our Facebook page using the hashtag #KeepItEven. And you could win one of 4 fantastic summer selfie hampers, which include Dettol Even Tone goodies, an LG X Cam phone, and the Striker Pose selfie stick. We'll be announcing the first winner on Monday, and today's your last day to enter. So get going. Keep those even tone selfies coming. We'll be right back. Keep it even this summer with Dettol's Even Tone Hygiene Soap.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. So I know you will all agree with me, one of the best things the next day is cold pizza from the night before. Well, today we're going to be showing you how to make a very fresh pizza the night before or the morning after. It's called the breakfast pizza, and Clem is going to be showing us the final steps on how to put it together. We've shown you thus far how to make the hollandaise.
Sure. So what I've got is a beautiful pizza dough. You can use a normal bread dough. We've got so many recipes on our website, so just go and find one. That's all you need. So I've let this guy sit in the pan for about 15 minutes to get nice and puffy and nice and aerated and rise. That's when you get like that nice yeasty flavor in there.
And just if you're looking to save time, obviously you can go buy yourself some pizza dough. You can get that.
Exactly. Go to a good quality baker and you'll get it from him. So this is our amazing holidays. Holidays. I just can't wait.
It's time.
Can't wait.
How you feel?
Hollandaise sauce, which is going to go down. Like I said, it's going to replace our tomato sauce.
Yes.
And it is so tangy and so delicious.
Yeah. The reason why Clem is using, obviously, a hollandaise sauce in this pizza base that you've got here, because the tomato sauce, what it does is it does add that slight moisture, because you've got quite dry ingredients the rest of the way through most pizzas. And so the tomato adds a slight zestiness and a really nice, I guess, break to it. This has got the vinegar inside of it.
Exactly.
It gives it a nice little twang and adds a little bit of moisture to the...
And creaminess. It's so good.
I said moisture on national television again.
It's okay.
I feel like it's a problem.
It's not.
Stop doing that. Okay.
So let's go on. So some baby spinach goes on there.
Yes.
Now I've made this mistake once and I'll never make it again. So I was cooking dinner for my family. I was really young because I was in the kitchen so young, and I put a handful of spinach in the pot thinking that's going to be enough for everyone.
Oh yeah.
And I came there and it was like
it's like nothing. It's
nothing.
teaspoon, yeah.
So be liberal with it. It's going to wilt down in the oven. Don't worry about it. It might look a bit crazy, but it's going to wilt down and you're going to have the perfect amount of spinach on
okay,
it.
well, I'm expecting a lot. I wasn't expecting that much.
It's going to wilt down.
Okay, I believe you. And
Cool.
It's good for your iron. Get it into your system.
Next thing, again, that Italian herb.
Cool, yum.
That goes on to bring in through that aromatic flavors. And some bacon. So what I've done is I've pre-cooked the bacon just a little bit. It's not necessary, but what I find is that the bacon needs a little longer cooking than the dough and that the spinach does.
Okay, and also obviously pre-cooking it also what helps do is once it goes into the oven, it starts to crisp up in the oven. So you don't want nice soggy pieces of bacon on a breakfast pizza. You want really nice crisp bits. So if you pre-cook it and you pop it in the oven, it'll get that nice little crispy edges and have all that flavor, that saltiness that you need to
Exactly. So you're biting through dough, all of a sudden you get this crunchy nugget of bacon.
Yum.
That just sounds amazing. It sounds like a movie.
Crunchy nugget of bacon.
It does. It sounds awesome.
T's and C's apply. TM, do not steal the idea. Great deal.
So what's going to happen is now, this bad boy, with a little bit of olive oil, because I mean Italian food with olive oil doesn't exist.
Yes, how could you? My nonna's turning in her grave.
There we go. Olive oil goes on, and it goes into the oven. Oh, I nearly forgot. So, Nonna would really be upset. I got some bocconcini.
Bocconcini.
Which is...
Basically, bocconcini is a fancy word for saying it's mozzarella that they've rolled up into a ball and stuck in a bunch of salty fluid.
You know what? Your Nonna would be turning in a grave right now. It's more than that. Okay, so it's got the center still quite soft, and obviously being baby-sized. It's great for salads, great for pizzas.
If you get a nice big bocconcini, the minute you cut through it, usually that like liquid just that like
that's
oozes out.
burrata. It's so amazing,
burrata.
so delicious. So this goes into the oven literally for 20 minutes, and it comes out looking like the guy you got over there for
Ta-da.
me. So can you pass it to me?
20 minutes later.
So what I want to also do is we've got the hollandaise at the bottom, but top it with some more hollandaise on top before it goes into the oven.
Yeah.
And what's not normal, but it's amazing, it starts to gratinate, caramelize, and you get an amazing flavor from that.
Didn't know.
Because we're talking all things eggs, everything eggs, I'm going to top it with some poached eggs. I mean, it's breakfast anyway, isn't it?
No, totally. I was actually wondering when the eggs was going to end up on this thing, because what's a breakfast pizza without egg?
So we've got eggs used twice in this one. How amazing is that? Cool.
Where's the first time? Oh, in the hollandaise.
In the hollandaise.
True.
And again, because we can't get enough of hollandaise, top it with some more hollandaise.
Douse it with that sauce.
Oh, it's so good. I mean, serious. On a steak, you will never ever have any other sauce besides hollandaise on a steak ever again.
Amazing. Simple like that. You guys can create this over the weekend. Have it for breakfast, have it for lunch, have it for dinner. It's one of those dishes you can have at any time of the day. If you want to get the list of the ingredients and a link to the recipe, SMS the keyword pizza, PIZZA, to 33650. It'll cost you R1.50, and obviously those free SMSs do not apply. And if you've missed any of the steps on how to put it together, here's a quick recap.
I have time over the weekend to make that amazing recipe, because being a parent can keep you very busy. Balancing work, life, and looking after your family leaves little time for that much-needed me time. Last week, we spoke to 3 moms about what they love doing in their free time and how they shorten their cleaning time. Being a mom is one of the best gifts any woman could ask for. And today we spent the day with 3 moms who tell us how they prioritize between spending time with their families and doing the things they love. Monique, thank you so much for inviting us into your home this morning.
Most welcome.
So, a lot of us moms have to prioritize between spending time with family, spending time when you're home, and actually finding time for yourself. Do you find you have time for yourself?
Not very, very much. I mean, my general day is waking up in the morning with my newborn baby and do everything for him, bath him, clean the house, dress him, get everything done, and that's pretty much your home.
And that's your typical day. Do you find that by the end of the day, you actually just haven't paid attention to yourself?
Not very much attention to myself, not very much attention to my house. I clean when I can, when I get the chance. Right now, obviously, I play with my son all the time.
Which parts of the house do you find need consistent cleaning?
My kitchen. I love to cook, I love to bake. I studied to be a chef years ago, and that's what I love to do. So my kitchen's always the biggest mess. So when I get the chance to do it, I do it. That's why I'm baking you some banana muffins today.
Yay.
So the kitchen's gonna need some serious cleaning after this.
Well, I'm excited because I absolutely love banana muffins. And if you could find a product that just did cut your work in half and you find more time to spend on yourself, what would you do at that time?
Ooh, I'd bake. I'd bake and I'd cook and I'd make food for my husband and I'd love it. We definitely should get going. Time is of the essence.
Absolutely. So do you clean as you go along, or do you do one big clean once you've done it?
No, I clean whilst I go along. I don't like a mess at all. And it's just, I mean, I need my house to be clean the whole time and get everything going. And
obviously that saves you more time in the long run.
Yes, definitely. I have to. The OCD kicks in too often.
Wow, these look absolutely splendid. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for having us today.
You're welcome.
We're about to meet Tanya Blois, the second mom that we'll be spending the day today with. Hello, Tanya. How are you?
Hi, Bonnie. Fine, and you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good.
I see you busy.
I'm busy with the canvas board and I'm using doilies, cutting it out in the shape and I'm pasting it down. I've started with 2 canvas boards last night and I thought it would be nice seeing that you're in my home, just to show you what I'm doing.
That's absolutely amazing. You're also a mom of 3 and you have the stuff that you're making and you have a home to take care of. How do you do it all?
Well, it takes a bit every day to do little bits in the house. It keeps you busy, especially with 3 kids and a toddler. So I'm always busy cleaning up after them, and luckily the school is in the surrounding areas. So I drop them, come back home, enjoy a cup of coffee, and then from there, clean the house, do the normal chores.
Sounds familiar. And what do you find is the part of the house that needs the most cleaning?
I would say definitely the bathroom, especially with kids. A toddler, I teach them to always wash their hands. They love playing in the sand, in the garden, and outdoors. So I encourage them to wash hands all the time. So I find the basin and the bath after having a bath, those are the areas that needs most cleaning, especially for hygiene purposes. So I emphasize on the bath, the toilet pot, and the basin, and that is where my hard work goes, in a bathroom.
All in a day's work?
Yeah.
So will you show us what the next step is?
Yeah, sure. What I do is I just spray over the board at the color that you're choosing, and when it's done, and it will look something like this when it's done.
You are pretty impressive, Tanya, and you're doing all this so well manicured.
Thanks.
So Priscilla, you're a mom of 3 and your children are all grown up now. So do you find you have more spare time to do the things you love?
Yes and no. Like my reading, I do most of it at night. And the baking I do while the toddler that I'm looking after is asleep. But yeah, he keeps me on my toes. And I also have other passions that I do.
I see you've got quite an interesting collection of books here. Which are your favorite books to read?
I like romance but I also like detective series as well.
Right. What's your typical day like?
I have a very busy day. Every day is a busy day for me. I have to make time for the gym, for cooking, cleaning, so that my hubby can come home to a clean house and kitchen.
Which part of the house do you find you have to clean the most?
That would be the kitchen. I do a lot of baking. I also bake for our ministry, which is Lifeline Prison Ministries. We have baptism service that I cook and bake for. Yeah, so I actually spend a lot of time there, and I like the surfaces to be clean, hygienically clean.
Well, thank you so much, Priscilla, for letting us into your home.
It was great having you guys here.
Happy baking and happy reading.
Thanks so much.
Well, as we can all see, it's important to make time for ourselves and for our loved ones. But as we've heard from all three mums, cleaning is unavoidable, so happy cleaning. So if you're watching, we'd like to save you some time to go out and do the things that you love. If you want to stand a chance of winning a total home spring clean, compliments of the Mr. Muscle Clean team, all you need to do is SMS Mr. Muscle and your name to 33650 and the prize could be yours. T's and C's are available on afternoonexpress.co.za.
Well, clearly after Clem and I have spent enough time in the kitchen, that prize would be incredibly valuable, right? We all need a bit of a spring clean. Well, after the break, right here on Afternoon Express, I've got the two gents who are on our show today, and we'll be chatting more with them. Lots of laughs after this. Welcome back to Afternoon Express as we prep for the weekend, and I promised you at the top of the show that you could let your hair loose and put your slacks on. So I don't know why we're all sitting so formally. Should we just take it easy? And the ladies aren't in the loft just yet, so we can just sort of feet up. Is that a thing? I don't know. This feels uncomfortable to do it like.
Why do we only put feet up when ladies are not? Is it a thing?
I don't know. Because when they notice, I promise you they put cameras on things because generally they'll find someone on the couch who's like, "Did you have your feet up?"
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, they really like OCSI. This isn't my hair. I don't even use this conditioner.
We've got Jason and Philia with us in the loft, South Africa, and I'd really like to know from both of you what's coming, because I know obviously your show is about to end. So is there any plan for just diving all the energy into the comedy club?
Man, the comedy club kind of takes up a lot of time, but I've also been invited to perform at there's a big French comedy festival in Switzerland called the Montreux Comedy Festival, so it'll be my second time. But it's a big deal for me because I'm hosting an international show, so I'm the MC, and out of all the comedians in the world that they could have chosen, they've chosen me, so I'm there first week of December, which is really, really exciting. And then I've also got a movie, Snaaks Genoeg, coming out this month with... I was distracted by pizza. Snaaks Genoeg at cinemas. Me and a lot of comedians, it's amazing.
I forgot that in the kitchen.
I forgot it in the kitchen.
Yeah, so I thought I'd bring it for you.
Let me give you guys some plates. And Philia and yourself, what are you up to after? Obviously continuing with the soapy, I assume.
Yeah, so High Rollers, we're still going up until June shooting, and then Swartwater, they're going into season 3 now. So I was just hoping that the dates work out, because this is the big problem is dates, because it's 6 months that they want to do Swartwater as well.
Those are nice problems to have, eh? Those are very nice.
It's great problems to have.
They are literally actors at home with dry lips. Then you're like, oh my God, if I can make the dates, I can make the dates work. So that's what talent gets you, my friend. Well done.
Thank you very much. Well done.
And do you have any sights on Hollywood? Hollywood seems to be opening up to the rest of the world now.
I mean, that would be great, but I always say to myself, I'm not going to go there. You know, if something comes and happens here, especially down in Cape Town, I think there's a lot of internationals happening, and the opportunity comes across my path, then for sure.
Absolutely.
I was thinking hopefully maybe I can play Zac Efron's brother or something.
Well, speaking about high ambitions, I mean, on your show, just would like to know, we're also a talk show, do you feature guests?
No.
Checking.
I don't feed my guests, but I do at the restaurant I own. Do you feed your guests at your restaurant that you own?
All right. Is there no ad break to go to or something?
Spicy. Very spicy.
Fresh. Hope you choke on that pizza. Enjoy that nice big bite you took there.
I'm fine.
Good luck for your coming venture, and good luck in France.
Thank you.
Hope you knock them dead.
Yeah. It's I'm just excited, man.
How long are you there for?
What a time to be alive. I perform one night. I'm probably there for 4 days.
I must be frank with you. I think it'll be great. Get it, Frank, France. Anyway, we'll see you next week on Afternoon Express, right here on SABC 3. We'll see you at 5 o'clock on SABC 3 on Monday. Bye-bye and happy eating.
Can we just pass the rest of that pizza?
You
another feel-good production.